love McDonald's. I love jobs.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the headlines and stories covering the 2024 U.S. election that we promise we didn't make up, but we kind of wish that we did.
You have the morals of an alley cat.
Number 20, Bedtime for Biden. Either this was a Freudian slip or the leader of the free world's cognitive processes have truly deteriorated beyond all rationalization. And we don't know which is scarier.
I'm going up to my granddaughter's birthday in New York. Then we're going to watch a debate. And then tomorrow I'm doing 9/11.
Biden had boldly claimed that he would be, quote, doing 9/11, as if it were something that you do, like the dishes or, not 9/11.
My God, he admitted it.
This isn't the first time Biden's faculties have made waves online. Various clips of him falling downstairs have circulated because, to be fair, the President of the United States not just falling down one set of stairs, but falling down multiple stairs is a tad alarming. It does beg the question, if Biden falls down a set of stairs and no one is there to film it, did he do 9/11? We're joking. Please don't get mad at us. Please. Number 19, Hannibal Lecter. What began as an attempt at fear-mongering symbolism meant to liken immigrants to a fictional cannibal became a meme. Ain't that the way it goes?
Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Trump has spoken on Hannibal Lecter, specifically Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, a lot.
Good evening, Clarice.
He claimed that Hopkins had proclaimed that he, quote, loved Donald Trump, but there is no record of him having said this. Perhaps this exchange took place behind closed doors, something like this.
May I see your credentials?
This is my favorite question of the day.
Closer.
Wow, that was really powerful. Let's give those two some privacy. Number 18, Cat Ladies for Harris. The 2024 U.S. presidential election has finally answered the question we've all had on our minds for the last 200 plus years as a country. What do the cat people want, besides cats?
Jeffrey here is an Abyssinian, as in I'll seeing him in hell for destroying my couch.
They have spoken. They will be meowing out the vote for Kamala Harris. This outcry of support from the feline population is in direct response to a comment made by Trump's running mate J.D. Vance, who claimed that the Democratic Party was run by, quote, childless cat ladies. Hey, J.D. Vance, the child-having dog person store called, and they're running out of you.
What's the difference? You're their all-time bestseller. Yeah? Well, I had sex with your wife.
They should really hire me as Kamala Harris's speechwriter. That would have killed. Now, in all seriousness, please rise for the Catchanal Anthem. Number 17, AI endorsements. Various AI photos and deepfakes have been spread across both Truth Social and X in support of Trump's campaign, using falsified celebrity likenesses to attempt to garner support.
On Sunday, Donald Trump reposted this image that appears to be AI-generated of Taylor Swift as Uncle Sam. I accept, Trump wrote of the fake endorsement.
When pollsters conduct their exit surveys, their number one question should be, did this video of Will Smith and Chris Rock sharing spaghetti with the former president mobilize you to vote? If the answer is yes, you are immediately entered into a raffle to win 1 free year of computer science classes at your local community college. Woohoo! This could save our nation. Totally unrelated, but have you guys seen this? It is real and definitely not fake.
Watch Mojo. Don't we love Watch Mojo, folks? They're so wonderful. One of the greatest YouTube channels, maybe in the world, possibly ever. They've got the best countdowns, and frankly, no one's ever made a better, more tremendous countdown than they have. Except maybe me. I would maybe do an even better one, but I don't want to.
Number 16, Walz is a knucklehead. Come on, America. Who among us hasn't harmlessly forgotten where they were during the 1989 Tiananmen Square incident? When Walz was questioned on the discrepancy of his claim to have been in Hong Kong at that time, he fired back with a bulletproof retort. He's a knucklehead.
I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect, and I'm a knucklehead at times.
That's extremely reassuring. Thank you, Governor. No further questions. Let's move on to your next issue. Crazy Taxi for Sega Dreamcast. Do either of our vice presidential candidates have playable character mods for this 1999 video game? Don't worry about it, America. Tim Walz does.
Leaders do the work. Mind your own damn business.
When pollsters conduct their exit surveys, their second question should be, did the Tim Walz Crazy Taxi mod mobilize you to vote? If the answer is yes, you are immediately entered into a raffle to win 1 free year of computer science classes at your local community college. And a Sega Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast?
Number 15. Donald Trump's Infinite Playlist. If Trump ever decides to leave the business world and the political sphere, we think he's just soft-launched his new career pivot, the world's hottest new DJ.
Let me hear that music, please.
At a Pennsylvania town hall mere weeks before the election, Trump proclaimed that he was done with questions and threw on the most eclectic playlist of all time. We're talking Ave Maria into YMCA into Memory from Cats eclectic. This went on for approximately 40 minutes. Unfortunately for him, they don't call Pennsylvania a swing state because of the citizens' collective love of jazz. At least, I didn't consider that possibility until just now. In other news, Herbie Hancock for president in 2028. Number 14. Dark Brandon. Though Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race in July of 2024, once upon a time he had been vying for re-election by the American people. And what's more important to a presidential campaign than trendy merchandise of a politician in his 80s with lasers shooting from his eyes?
And this is something that you seem to have a lot of fun with.
You may be wondering, who is Dark Brandon? To which we would reply wholeheartedly, we envy you and your freedom from the shackles of this deeply online pseudo-satirical nonsense.
Do you enjoy playing around with the Dark Brand meme?
No, I resent the hell out of it.
Okay.
But nevertheless, Dark Brandon co-opts the conservative insult "Let's go, Brandon," while also attempting to put a leftist spin on the dark MAGA internet subculture by depicting Biden as a sort of otherworldly action hero.
And after the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, you posted this on social media and you wrote just like we drew it up.
It was a fair enough attempt at relevance, but the Dark Brandon shop has officially gone dark. The next time you drive past a Dark Brandon yard flag at half-mast, please pay your respects. Number 13. Literally anybody else. Are you disappointed, frustrated, perhaps downright displeased with the current gamut of candidates across the political spectrum? Don't lose hope, America. A third-party write-in candidate is here to save the day, as they are famously known to do.
Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away!
A disgruntled man from Texas has legally changed his name to literally anybody else and has his eyes on the presidency.
I went to the polls dissatisfied, and I thought to myself, it would be so much better if we had a way to kind of reset the election, to have a neither option, or just to say literally anybody else.
To some, this may seem to be a desperate whack at 15 minutes of fame and a couple $100 in merchandise sales. But to Mr. Else, this is so much more than that. This is about democracy and change and probably merchandise sales. And folks, is anything more inherently American than that? Good for him. Get your bag, literally.
This was all about getting attention, forwarding the idea, and resonating with people who shared that sentiment.
Number 12, Trump's return to X. Say what you will about the man, but Donald Trump has one of the greatest back catalogs of insane tweets of all time. A moment to reflect on some of these historic posts. We all remember that fateful day, January 9th, 2021, when the former president was effectively banned from Twitter.
Twitter, run by CEO Jack Dorsey, saying after close review of the president's recent tweets, it banned him due to the risk of further incitement of violence.
Which, if you ask Trump, was the greatest threat to justice to take place that week. Fast forward to 2022, and Elon Musk, formerly Twitter, currently X's new owner but not real dad, reverses the ban and welcomes Trump back to the platform.
Elon Musk has reinstated former President Donald Trump to Twitter after running a 24-hour online poll asking Musk's followers if he should reactivate Trump's account.
Since then, Trump has prioritized his own social media outlet, Truth Social. But in August 2024, Trump sat for an odd interview with Musk on X and concurrently made some posts on the platform.
Their crime rate's coming down and our crime rate's going through the roof, and it's so simple.
This tanked Trump media's stock by almost half, as his supposed return to X spells trouble for the future of Truth Social. As the company's key shareholder, this translated to billions of dollars in losses for Trump personally. An interesting business strategy, to say the least.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Number 11. Kamala is Brat. Lest we forget, Harris's Democratic nomination coincided with a much larger historical event, Brat Summer.
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me.
But arguably more significant than the DNC naming Kamala Harris their candidate for the presidency, Charlie XCX announced that Kamala was Brat. Not only did this cause Gen Z chaos online, Harris's team leaned hard into the title by rebranding her X profile with a Brat green banner. It's obvious that Harris had a greater appeal to young voters,
How do you do, fellow kids?
or really voters in general, than Biden. But this moment sealed the deal. We guess the apple don't fall far from the tree. Because when you think about it, we've been looking at you so long that we only see me. Also, we're so Julia. Wait, what were we talking about again?
I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia.
Number 10. Make America Florida. Listen, we know that Ron DeSantis will not be elected the President of the United States in 2024. He's out of the race.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has just announced that he is no longer running for president.
We already know this. But for a brief moment in time, the governor of Florida was pleading his case to the nation with a bewildering campaign slogan, Make America Florida. We here at WatchMojo are not here to make broad generalizations about the desires of the American people. That's above our pay grade.
You can't pay me enough, Max.
But we will go out on a limb and say this. One Florida is more than enough. Maybe Making America Florida would be a good plot for a sci-fi original film. In a world where America is Florida, one man fights off a tropical storm of alligators with a chainsaw, an iguana, and a heart of gold. Hey, that could be something. Write that down.
Apocalypse my ass. This isn't the end of the world. Gods, they're not angry with us. The aliens aren't coming down. It's the government.
Yeah.
With a big capital G.
Number 9. Trump smells. Pass it on. What do you think of when you picture a president? Someone smart, someone resilient, someone with a clear vision for the future? Perhaps, but now I'd like you to imagine this. What if the President of the United States was stinky?
Stinky!
Now, open your eyes. I pictured your eyes being closed before you were imagining the president. It's January 2017. Donald J. Trump is inaugurated into the highest office. And guess what? He's stinky. I know, I didn't take this news lightly either. Former Representative Adam Kinzinger took to X to claim that the former president's odor was so pungent that he recommended wearing a mask in his presence. Trump fired back via spokesperson, claiming that Mr. Kinzinger, quote, farted on live TV and is an unemployed fraud.
I'm sorry. I cannot think any good idea because this guy keeps farting.
We here at WatchMojo cannot confirm or deny the stinky allegations. We're just here to rank the facts.
You have no good ideas.
Number 8. Biden's dead. Pass it on. What do you think of when you picture a president? Someone smart, someone resilient, someone with a clear vision for the future? Perhaps. But now I'd like you to imagine this. What if the President of the United States was dead?
C'est un mort.
I'm mort.
Now open your eyes. You're Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert. And guess what? Your president, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., is holding office as a dead man.
I think we have to acknowledge the possibility that the president may be dead.
Biden announced having caught COVID a few days before he dropped out of the presidential race.
It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president.
Which kept him physically out of the public eye for about a week. But for Boebert, this wasn't the full story, and she repeatedly demanded proof of life from the president over X. While we here at WatchMojo can confirm that Joe Biden is alive as of October 2024, we are currently imagining him in a Weekend at Bernie's type situation. We have no comment on whether or not that's funny.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Number 7. The gay furry hackers disband. Well-behaved furries rarely make history. And make history these furries did.
If you ever wanted a headline that reminds you of the fact you're living in the clown world of 2024, well, here it is.
Also known as SiegeSec, this group of hacktivists have had some high-profile targets over the years. To name a few, the Nebraska Supreme Court, NATO, and most recently, the Heritage Foundation, which is the organization behind the controversial Project 2025.
VIA responds by stating they oppose Project 2025 and everything the Heritage Foundation stands for. That's why you hacked us? Just for that? Responds Mike. VIA confirms and points out their hacktivist history.
But alas, nothing fur can stay. And the group has announced their retirement from cybercrime to focus on their mental health and to steer clear of the FBI. But who knows what the future holds for the self-proclaimed gay furry hackers? If the Oceans franchise taught us anything, it's that a good crew can't stay apart for very long. So next time you see a furry leaving a casino, you may want to alert the authorities.
Do you have a hand in this? Did I have my hand in what?
Number 6. Musk's Trump rally appearance. It's nearly impossible to log on to any social media site on any given day and not see at least one post about Elon Musk. The man loves attention. And as we know, throughout this election cycle, he has been an outspoken supporter of Donald Trump.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
He even pledged that each day he would give $1 million to a randomly chosen swing state voter who signed a petition from his political action committee, raising serious questions about the legality of the offer.
Federal law prohibits anyone paying people to register to vote.
Just quirky billionaire things, we suppose. But before that whole ordeal, an appearance by Musk at a Pennsylvania Trump rally became a massive meme, as he was captured enthusiastically leaping in the air. You know what they say, shoot for Mars, and if you miss, you'll land in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trust me, people are saying this.
It's a widely believed fact.
Number 5, the debate of a lifetime. Anyone who watched the 2024 presidential debate between Biden and Trump should receive a stimulus check from the United States government as a pain and suffering settlement.
That was painful.
Please don't make me relive this. Okay, fine. Let's relive it together.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs.
And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
What is there to say that has yet to be said about this debate? It was bad. It was really, really bad. Let us know in the comments if you would like for us to publish top 10 things I would rather do than rewatch the Biden-Trump debate. Here's a preview. Number 10, go to the optometrist and wait for 45 minutes but then realize my appointment is actually tomorrow. Number 9, watch the 2015 Netflix sitcom Real Rob. Number 8, shake a rock out of my shoe. Number 7, never mind, you get it.
Loud and clear.
Number 4, the J.D. Vance of it all. What do you think of when you picture a vice president? Someone smart, someone resilient, someone with a clear vision for the future? Perhaps. But now I'd like for you to imagine this. What if the vice president of the United States had a thing for furniture? Now open your eyes. Is this joke old yet? I didn't think so. As Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance has been doing an excellent job so far of being the center of many, many odd headlines.
He has this idea that you should get extra votes if you have kids.
Extra votes?
Yeah, he suggested that you should have extra votes if you're a parent.
Really?
Now, I think there's lots of things.
You don't even get that in your own house.
Most notably, a rumor had spread on X that Vance had sexual relations with a couch. While this is presumably untrue, it's proven difficult for the senator to shake the gossip. Harris's running mate Tim Walz has even poked fun at Vance, telling him to, quote, get off the couch and debate him. Ouch. I wonder how many writers it took to come up with that one.
That is, if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
Number 3, 1 million assassination attempts. Obviously, there's nothing funny about an attempted assassination on anyone's life.
6:04 Saturday evening. Before an adoring and roaring crowd, former President Donald Trump steps to the podium.
But with that said, if there was a graph where the y-axis represented how many times someone tried to assassinate you and the x-axis represented how funny it was, there would be a direct positive correlation. The attempts begin to feel less like breaking news and more like the latest season of Only Murders in the Building.
We need to focus. Only murders in the building.
Only murders in the building.
But the building is Trump International Golf Club, and instead of Steve Martin and Martin Short gallivanting around Manhattan, it's Trump's security guard playing Subway Surfers on his phone. Number 2. The Many Adventures of RFK Jr.
Come on, look at this guy. What worm wouldn't love this? He looks like a pack of chicken thighs left out in the sun.
RFK Jr. is arguably one of the most, interesting presidential candidates in recent history. And that's saying a lot. But if he's good at anything, it's getting ahead of the news. Wondering why Mr. Kennedy may be a tad forgetful? A parasitic worm ate a portion of his brain and then died, of course.
Cause of death? Starvation.
Remember when a deceased bear seemingly appeared out of thin air in Central Park in 2014? Well, that was just little old Robert F. doing one of his classic bear jokes naturally.
I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. Funny for people.
I get it. You were making a joke about all the people killed by bicycles.
We would like to thank you, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., for keeping us on our toes this election season. We know so much more than we need to know about you. God bless America. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The legitimately frightening socio-political implications of the role that both AI and memes have played in this presidential election cycle. In this essay, we will explore how our ever-evolving internet culture influences how the American people make their decisions on Election Day, through a thorough examination of each of the above examples. Just kidding, more silly Trump time! Number 1. The Springfield Fiasco. It's hard to imagine a wilder snowball effect than this meme. What started as an unfounded claim regarding Haitian immigrants in Ohio was then spread online by J.D. Vance and ultimately made it to prime time when Trump exclaimed the now viral quote,
"They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there."
This blew up online almost instantly and led to a remix. And because why not, an accompanying TikTok dance.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
Folks, I'd say we've had a lot of fun together over the course of this video. Remember the Catchtional Anthem? And Crazy Taxi? Us too. So instead of spending our final moments here unpacking why a TikTok dance to a quote about eating pets from a presidential candidate is how you say WTF.
People on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television said my dog was taken.
Let's remember the good times. Because the real viral moment is friendship? Sure, let's go with that. Our exit poll question for you all is, are these viral moments an important conduit for widespread political discourse, or are they a slippery slope to misinformation? Alternatively, which former US president would have loved TikTok dances? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.